Jang Jaswal had a near-death experience during heart and kidney transplant surgery. He wanted clarification about what this meant and sought out the perspective of a Swami and his wife, both sannyasins, at the Divine Life Society in Rishikesh, India.
More than 48 years.
That's good.
So both of us have been introduced into this sannyas order as we are living here for the last more than 21 years.
Oh, I see.
As Vanaprastha and sannyas.
Swamiji, as I narrated you my experience, what do you think about it, my whole experience?
It's a wonderful experience that you had. Now, from that experience onwards, you must be very, very sure about this thing, that you are not this physical body. You had detached yourself from your physical body at that time and were in another arena. Your mind and intellect, they are there with you. Mind and intellect, they are part of the subtle body, not this gross body. As per our Vedic and Upanishadic thinking, Hinduism thinking, as is the ideas in Bhagavad Gita, Vedas, Upanishads, and all the scriptures pertaining to this land. So they say that we are here along with the creation. When creation took place, we are here. We are here in different bodies, in different forms. So then, in evolution, Darwin tried to explain this evolution mechanically. There is that mechanically he gets stuck up somewhere. But our people, Rishis and Munis, they explain that this evolution is inbuilt in nature in a way. And as you go on progressing upon the path of evolution, then first of all from the mineral kingdom you go to the vegetable kingdom, then the lower kind of animals, and then it is the human beings. So human species, but you are not this. They explain this thing. Now human beings are at the top of this creation. So in his cosmic play, the play that the absolute God, we use the word absolute, almighty. In our Hindu scheme of things, we use the word Brahma. Brahma is the word. We use the name Ishwar. So Ishwar created the world, and for the creation of the world, the material has also not come from outside. It is one and one alone. That is the highest philosophy that is given in our Vedas and Upanishads, that one alone has become this many. As a matter of fact, this play is going on. This play is going on, and this play, when the one alone was there, so that one is omnipotent, that one is omniscient, omnipotent and omniscient, and when one was there only, there is no any space and all that. We don't talk of that at this stage. So that one has become this many, and this play is going on. This play is, as a matter of fact, in ignorance. We are in a state of bondage. The play was only, we invented the play of hockey. We know it's for our play. This is a foul, this is how 11 players will play and all that. But this play, the outcome of that or that, it's simply for the enjoyment. For the enjoyment of whom? For the enjoyment of the one, the spectator who wishes to see it. So this play is going on. But this play, the players who are playing, they are taking it as a real thing. That is why they play it. So we are in the play, cutting short of this thing, because that's a long story. Cutting short, we are in the cosmic play. So in this cosmic play, man is at the crown of the creation. Man is the crown of the creation. Isn't it? Because it is man who has gone underneath the waters, Eh? On the earth also, he has done so much of discoveries and inventions, has tried to make the life as comfortable as is possible for him. And he has gone like birds in the sky and all that. So there shouldn't be any doubt about this thing that man is the crown of the creation.
Definitely.
Eh? So you agree with me? At this
Yeah,
point?
definitely.
But this play otherwise is going in ignorance. In spite of the fact that we have created so many things for our comfort, still we are in pain, sorrow, suffering. Still, death at any time, it can befall the body. It can come at any time. Various type of physical pains, emotional turmoils,
Yes.
intellectual fears and phobias and all that, the tensions and worries, the man is experiencing. And ultimately, birth and death. In between these two terminals, so man perpetually, invariably is suffering much more than the pains and pleasures that the world is capable of giving.
Okay.
You agree with this thing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Now in this cosmic play, we say that we are in a state of bondage. We don't have illumination. As you got in your that experience, everything is there within you. All the answers, they are there within you. And another thing, you are not the center of the creation. I have picked up these two wonderful things that you have narrated.
Yes.
You are not the center of the universe. What does that mean? As you are thinking yourself to be this individual personality with this gross body and fickle mind and an intellect which is sometimes reasonable, sometimes illogical, very limited. So it says that you are not this. You are not this. Anyway, where I had gone, that you are not the center. So you forget the link where you go. So you are not the center, I am coming to that. So that is regarding this personality, this individual personality. Instead that you are not the center of the universe as you think of yourself to be. Not you alone, but all the beings almost. They think that he or she is the most important being. That is why he or she, they are worried about their individual personalities. So you are not the center of the universe so far as your individual petty personality that you are is concerned. So it's a wonderful statement. And it is a fact that as individuals we are not the center. But they say that in your pristine purity, you are nothing else but that. So coming a step down from that, we have already, in all the religions, we say that we are spirits, we are souls. We are souls. Atman, we say Atman. And we are spirits, we are souls. And the soul, they say, our scriptures say that it is immortal. From the time immemorial, there is no beginning for it. Let's forget about time. It's beginningless and there is no end to it. It goes on assuming different bodies in this cosmic play. When that one thought that this play should be enacted, I must watch it. He has assumed the different forms, living and non-living, and still is taking the player out of this play that he has created. So he has become this many. So we are, as a matter of fact, spirits. Man has been placed at the top of the creation. And when this status of human being was given to us, then a responsibility upon us was also enacted, was made by the Almighty. Now I have made you in my own image. I am talking of as the Bible says.
Yes.
God created man in his own image. This is what our Upanishads also say. Say almost the same thing. When man created God, he was very happy. He was very happy. So now, whatsoever you will do, you are in this ignorance. You are in ignorance. You are in this part of this play. You are not, has come to me in a way, watching this entire, becoming like me and watching this play, but you are a part of this play. As a part, as an actor, you will be provided with the different bodies so long as this ignorance doesn't go, so long as the knowledge doesn't dawn, and till that time you will be governed by a law. Human being, as a human being, since I have given you this intellect, which distinguishes you from the subhuman species, now you can think for yourself. You can decide what is good and what is merely pleasant, what is of abiding nature and what is merely temporary, and you are capable of choosing what is to be done, what is not to be done. The choice is yours. So now you will be governed by a law of cause and effect. As you sow, so shall you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. And whatever you will be sowing in the form of your actions that you do, and actions we do not only by our hands and feet, by our sense organs and motor organs, but action we do through our speech,
Yes.
through our thinking also, our thoughts, we think ill of people, and we can also think good of the people. So whatever acts you do, action equal and opposite reaction, as is the law of the science, so that is applicable in the moral realm also. So that law, the law of cause and effect, we call it the law of karma, is applicable upon you. And for the good acts that we do, but with the motive, motive is all important. With what motive you do an act? To make it more clear, surgeon uses a knife to give a life to a person, but a knife is used to take the life of another person,
Yes.
isn't it? So that cutting or the same thing is done, but the motives are different. The motives are seen by the Almighty. The law sees the motives. So, for the good acts that you do with a motive, we also do good acts with motive, you will get the pleasures of life. And for the bad acts that you will do, you will get punished. Then how we will attain that status? Because man does either to get something pleasurable or pleasurable experiences, or wishes to get rid of unpleasurable experiences. So how to go beyond and attain a state, or attain godhood or godhead, becoming one with him, or attaining his company and enjoying this show. And when attaining that status, there is happiness and happiness at that place. There is absolutely no pain, sorrow and suffering in his realm. So how to go beyond? So they have given us the various ways how to do this.
Okay.
We will have to do our actions by assigning them motives which are very, very ethical and moral in character. I am to become a better person day by day. So that way we are to make ourselves pure and pure day by day. Mind is to be get rid of all the impurities, and this Vedic religion, Hindu religion, speaks of 6 basic enemies that are there in each and every man. Our unlimited desires, and then angers if we don't get them. Then our greed, we go on accumulating. To repeat all those pleasures that we get, we go on accumulating. Then our attachment even with the beings and the things also of the
Things,
world,
yes.
then one's own ego,
Mm-hmm.
which is the cause of all clash and collusion in this world. The nations are at war with each other, and so do are the individuals. So do are the individuals. So that way, ego and then envies and jealousies. They are called as 6 enemies. They are there within each being. Shad ripus, as they call it. So to going beyond it and retaining Godhead, it's a process. One is to purify himself, become a better person day and day, day by day, getting rid of the dross that is there in me, getting rid of the negativity, imbibing positivity, as Gurudev Swami Shivananda Maharaj used to call it, be good. Being good. Being good is cultivation of virtues, eradication of the vices. That is the process. That is the real spirituality. So, embracing a divine life, a positive living, and then cleansing of the mind step by step, day by day, gradually, ultimately, when the mind gets fully purified, then that state dawns, which one calls superconsciousness. Superconsciousness, the state of trance, the state of samadhi, the state of ecstasy, in which one beholds that I am immortal, pure Atman, which is immortal from eternity to eternity, and then of the nature of bliss. There is no imperfection in me, or knowing oneself, or realization, the absolute or the God. It's one and the same thing. So then, the second thing that the experience, your experience told you, that everything positive is also there within you. It lies covered with the dross. It needs unfoldment. When I say you, in each and every human being. Every soul is potentially divine. This was the declaration of the Vedas, which was broadcasted by Swami Vivekananda in 1893 in Chicago, where World Parliament of Religions, every soul is potentially divine, and each and every soul, irrespective of the country to which it belongs, irrespective to the religion to which one belongs to, whether one is literate or illiterate, whether one is male or female, so he can attain that Godhead. God is one. Gods are not many. God is one. God is neither Hindu, nor a Christian, nor a Mohammedan, nor a Parsi. So the process is this. Everything positive also is there within you. You need searching. Go within. Purify yourself. Go within. You will get the solutions for each and everything. So you had a wonderful experience. It's a wonderful experience that you had, and the things should be now clear to you. First of all, you have seen that you are not this gross body. You have visualized something different.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
And then the two, I have picked up two, and you have probably given me the two.
Two, yes.
Given me
I gave you the most important ones.
Most important ones. So it's a wonderful experience, my dear, and I feel that God wishes that you should now improve upon yourself as a person.
I feel that
As a person.
But I think he is a very lucky person.
Very lucky.
People do long time sadhana to get this experience. And this experience which he has got, this must be his previous lives little bit. Which he now has got without any sadhana. And God wants that he should do the sadhana again and take that experience permanently. These were his karmas that he had to go so many diseases, some old karmas he had to suffer, but those have now gone, and you should stick to this experience and do sadhana and make this experience permanent. You are
That's
very
what
lucky.
I'm here for.
Ah, you are very lucky.
That's why I'm looking into it.
Well, Jang, I think you had two questions of the when you were in this state, and one was who am I and who is God. Do you feel that you've covered this pretty much here?
I guess he already covered quite to some extent who am I and who is God, mentioning that we are part of a bigger picture, bigger consciousness, and it's not a physical body who I am, and it's like a knower. He was giving an example of a game, and we are just here like players. Our bodies are rather and this all world around is a game kind of thing. Yo, I guess he is. As far as I understand, if you want to elaborate on that,
partly,
Swamiji can
what it
elaborate.
says, partly it is answered, but who am I? For who am I? This is an inquiry. Who am I? When we go on just thinking and reflecting upon this, then the answers they start coming. I am not this body, or this body means this gross that we are seeing. And we talk of three bodies, not one body. Within this body there is a subtle body. That is our emotional being, our thinking being, psychological and thinking faculties. So that is the subtle body. And the primordial ignorance through which this creation came into being. Creation came into being means God that created it, He has assumed all these forms, but a forgetfulness in all this creation He created. That is why we say in ignorance this creation took place. So that basic ignorance is the cause for all this cosmic play. So we say within each and every individual human being, now we are talking of human beings only, we are the thinking beings, the crown of the creation. So we talk of three bodies, they are known as in Sanskrit as Sthula Sharir, Sukshma Sharir, Karan Sharir. In English we say it as gross body, subtle body and the causal body. Causal body is the cause for the subtle and the gross body. Causal is basic ignorance. And at the time of the death, this is what our scriptures say, and it meets the canons of logic also, if we go logically, that at the time of death, this gross body only is left behind. The soul with the subtle and causal body, it goes away.
Yes.
And the body is either cremated or it is buried as are the customs in the different religions. But we believe that the soul with the subtle and causal body,
That is why he remembers everything.
everything. So he takes another body. You are in your subtle body at that time. Causal of course will remain. You are in your subtle body when you had those experiences. That look for the answers within your body. So for who am I? We are souls. Scriptures give the answer. We are souls in our pristine purity, which is immortal, which is of the nature of consciousness, and which is full of bliss, permanent bliss, unalloyed happiness, unalloyed permanent happiness, in which there are absolutely no pain, sorrow and sufferings. So that is our real introduction. We are not this petty beings as we introduce ourselves to be. We are
But we feel
immortal
that, but
souls.
he has tasted.
You have tasted. So this is an inquiry. The masters say, you begin with this, try to inquire. It is very, very difficult to digest it. All the time we are behaving as if we are body. We are saying, I belong to this country. I am 5 feet 10 inches in height. An American, an Indian or a Russian, born to such and such parents, an engineer or a doctor. This pertains to this gross body, not even to your subtle body. It is not a part of the soul. They are, as a matter of fact, the veils upon the soul, the various cloths or the various dross that is covering our real identity. And it is given to man only to shun that or to negate that negativity, again negating the negativity, and then attain its pristine purity. So that is, who am I? They give the answer, but this answer only in the time of discussion only we know it, when we read the scripture only we know it, but it has not become a permanent feature with us.
Yes.
And it will become only then when we have actually seen it like this. And our philosophies of this land, they believe that you can be face to face with the truth. You can face to face with the ultimate reality, whom we call God.
Thank you.
May God bless you, my dear.
Waste much time.
Yes, I don't have much time.
Start as early as possible. Make your experience that you had once your final permanent experience and realized experience.
Sure.
Not in dream or in medicine effect or in sick effect, but awakeningly make that experience your own experience.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you
so
again,
Thank you, my
Swamiji.
dear. It had been a great pleasure. You provided an opportunity to me to share these positive things as they have stuck here. I was lucky to share it, whatsoever I got it from my masters. So I shared it with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you again.
Everything
Swamiji.
belongs to them.
Okay,
You
thank you.
provided an opportunity. I am thankful to you.
It was my joy. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. May God bless you. May God
Okay.
bless you all.
Alrighty.